Hey guys, Sid's here. Welcome to this Hall of Fame interview, and I'm here with Bhakti. She's the founder of Bhakti Interior Prop. She's an interior designer, and this is a very interesting interview because she has applied all the teachings, whatever I've been teaching in the online space to create coaches and trainers, and she's done it and applied this in her offline business. So she's an interior designer. She's done multiple crores in revenues, and she's served over 50 happy families, and she has a team of over 100 people working for her. So 100 families that she's supporting. She's based out of Navi Mumbai, and she's a part of the Avengers Hive. So all of you Avengers, just cheer out for Bhakti. And I'm interested to know how Bhakti has actually taken these principles, what I'm teaching in ILH and community building, and applied it to an offline business. So Bhakti, first of all, congratulations on supporting 100 families. And of course, the money is a byproduct of the multiple crores you've made is a byproduct of this. So congratulations and welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much, Siddharth, from the bottom of my heart. Whatever I am today is just because of you. So you are my mentor in the true sense, and you have enlightened my path for the rest of my journey. That is what I can say.
Thank you, Bhakti. No, the pleasure is mine, and I'm so glad that you've been able to create that much of an impact just in the last few months and years. So you came into ILH in 2020, Jan. What was happening in your life at that point?
Siddharth, can I just give a small summary if you allow me?
Yeah, please give a backstory. Then we get to this point.
Yeah, actually, I'm Bhakti, founder of Bhakti Interior Prop. So I am actually a civil engineer. I did my licensate in civil and environmental engineering from VJTI, which is a prestigious college in Mumbai. I completed my course in the year 2005, and from that was the time when I started my journey in business along with my job. So 17 years I'm in the same industry. I have a forte of residential interior designing. But to be very frank, I had started supporting my family financially from 2000, right? We were under a lot of financial challenges. So immediately after my 10th standard, I had to support my family, which was 3 members, me, my mom, dad, along with 5 others of my uncle's family.
Okay.
So that was a time when I was just knowing my basic education till the 10th standard. So I started by taking home tuitions.
Okay.
And I had supported myself. I did my education. I got my cousins married. Even for my marriage, I was the only person to fund the entire show. So this is how I started my journey. Then I did my engineering and I completed my engineering in 2005. I was fortunate enough to immediately start a job. May 4, 2005, I finished my exam, and May 5th, I started my job. So along with the job, I started into business. I started, taking small projects because the financial requirement of my family was huge. Just to support that, I started into this. I was never even, I never even thought that I would be an entrepreneur in my life. I was always thinking for a good job. But I don't know, life had something else for me. So I started entrepreneurship. And this was a business which supported me a lot. So I think I just I did my job just for 2 years, and post that I started completely focusing on my business. So then I started since I supported my family with the help of tuitions, I always wanted to teach students. So I started a small institute wherein I started training students for interior designing. So I had trained around 2013. I started my institute, and I had successfully run it. I had that till 2018. So I had coached around 200 students that time, but it was offline. Nothing was online. I had very big offices, youth staff, and I was always into growth. I was always into plus. But from 2016, I started having heavy debts because the business was not doing well. Along with teaching, I started a new venture, which was completely a new field for me. And 2019, I decided to, close that venture and close everything and just focus on my business.
Okay.
So that was the time, 2019, I was with a debt of around 50 lakhs.
Okay.
I had to leave my family also left me. It was only me and my 2 kids. My mom was the only member who supported me. So 2019, I started my journey with 2 kids and a debt of 50 lakhs and having nothing in hand. I started it completely from scratch. I started again focusing on interior designing. And somewhere around December, I got an advertisement in the newspaper from Success Gyan for the business summit. That was the first time when I saw you on stage. And I saw Rajiv, I saw a lot of other speakers. And in the flow, I got enrolled for PACE and MMI. So I did those two trainings, but I was not knowing the game changer is going to be Siddharth Rajsekar in my life. January, I got a webinar invite from ILH family, and I thought this is my golden opportunity. Let me at least go and understand what it is. This is how I came into your community. Jan, I did your I took FBA, Freedom Business Model. I thought of implementing it. So I upgraded myself to Gold membership, which was in the month of February. You mentioned that we have to do charity along, with the path of our growth.
Yes.
So that is how I joined Rotary. I am a Rotarian. I joined Rotary just because of you. And then March, the lockdown started. So my lockdown was completely hectic because I was wanting to, get rid of my debts and wanting to, try and experiment this new model, because your model, whatever you were saying, everything was so, so appealing for me that I was feeling that this is the only path of my success. So April, I joined your hackathon. That I think that time the duration of hackathon was just for a month.
Yes.
It was a very, very, very fast pace, and with very limited access because of because of the lockdown. The ILH community is very helpful in each and every respect. There was an ILH member named as Rajesh Rao from Bangalore. He was the one to help me out to make me ready for hackathon, and that is how I got introduced to him. And I thought that I'll start my online journey. So I started the content creation blindly, doing whatever you said. That was the month which changed the entire game. I started doing like you said, we have to do it organically.
Yes.
So I started promoting my business, whatever I started promoting online coaching, but it was completely for interior designing. So I started organically, highlighting it on my WhatsApp status, on Instagram, and on Facebook. That was the month which redefined my game. From that month, my offline business has shooted up so high, I cannot explain you that in words. I was wanting to do online, but it took me to a different track, and that is how my offline business got boosted. I am really amazed to know that I just applied that. I didn't do anything else. But by that, I was, in a position to attract high ticket leads. Like for an interior designing, like in Mumbai, for if you have to renovate a house, a 2 BHK house, the ticket size starts from 15 lakh onwards.
Yes.
So, nothing. I had not done any FB ad, no Instagram ad, no Google lead, no Google ads, nothing. Just self promotion. That's it. Now I started. Since my work was good, my clients. My clients definitely were helping me in a lot of terms. So you told us. That you had told us to collect the reviews from clients. So I started applying that on Google as well, and that is how I have happy clients on Google. And because of that, I am able to generate organic leads for 2 BHK renovation, 3 BHK renovation, which is like really crazy by no ad promotion at all. So I don't know, Siddharth, whatever you said helped me so tremendously. I have no words to thank you. You told me to do charity. I joined Rotary, and the amount of charity what I did, 4 to 5 times more than that I have got from Rotary. I don't know, everywhere, the clients, they are just dropping in like anything. I have no words. To be very frank, I am completely booked for the coming around 16 to 18 months.
Wow.
So this is the impact what I am experiencing only and only because of you, Siddharth.
Thank you, Bhakti. And you got into this community to launch online, but then you've been pulled offline, but you're still doing online. But tell us about that, Bhakti. What shifted in you as a person in that 1 month when you went through the hackathon? Like, if you can just track back and find out, okay, what things changed within you that is now attracting so much of business?
Siddharth, you had given us a triangular model. You had told us to follow a triangle model. So for me, the first point in that triangle is belief and faith. I completely believe my goddess, and I have complete faith in her and you. That belief had, taken to the second power point of the triangle, which is honesty and truth. You are the person you always said that be honest, be true. So that is the deliverable which I, think that is the only thing which I have to have in myself. So if at all the things are not possible, honestly and with complete truth, I tell my clients that this is not possible. So this was the second part of the triangle. And the third part of the triangle was hard work. You had told, I mean, you always say that you don't give up. Just keep on giving your efforts. So these 3 points are my success formula. That is what I can say. So it is completely belief and faith in my goddess and you, honesty and truth. I mean, which is a part of your strong pillars. And the third is hard work. So that is the small equation of my success. That is what I can say. Secondly, I mean, I was, as I told you, to generate this high ticket, I mean, to have this kind of business by doing no ad promotions was completely, I mean, I had never given a thought, but you made that possible. So apart from that, you always tell us to, you always focus on self learning, and this is what is helping me a lot. I am following you. I mean, I am not saying that I follow you completely, but whatever time I have, because being a lady, I mean, I'm a mom with 2 kids, having this kind of business and having the entire responsibility of the house becomes very challenging.
And you're
But
supporting 100 people in your team. Yeah.
that is just because of you, Siddharth. I mean, I was in the same business earlier, but the shift what I have now is like, I had never experienced it, and I
Wow.
know there is no look back. There is no look back at all. The only thing is I have to be true to, I mean, I have to be true to myself, and I have to follow you. These are the two things which is going to, take me to the place where I am. I mean, where I see myself.
And when you came into the community doing the hackathon, were you confident on videos or anything, or you started at that point when you came in?
No, nothing, Siddharth. I was not confident, but it was just that I want to do it because you had told me to do it. There was a point in my career where, I was like, as I told you, I started my career again from 2019. I started from a scratch. So
Yeah.
2020, I was completely knowing that you are the only person whom I have to follow. So whatever you said, irrespective of how the background is, how I'm doing it, I just, went with the flow. And I don't know, everything, went it, I mean, everything fell in the right place. All my videos, now when I see those videos, I am ashamed that, I have given that kind of videos, but those worked for me. People,
Yes.
people gained, I mean, I don't know, but I don't know how do I, put this into words, but the belief what I was, giving in the videos, all my deliverables, it was completely to the point. So I mean, I feel ki we should just follow you. That's it. I am not. I mean, I have stopped applying my brain. Whatever you say, I do that, and that is the only equation for success.
Thank you, Bhakti. And just to correct, you don't need to follow me, but follow the system. So yeah, I always say this. I've tried many things, but the beautiful thing is what I'm sharing now. Even now, the hackathon that you did back then and now it is completely changed. Like I'm in 5.0 right now, so I'm also changing a lot myself, and even the system is getting more refined. And I'm glad that you just applied it. That's what has got you the results. So you were not good in videos. But then you got into into the hang of putting out your video and content, and that helped you attract. So tell me, in 2019, 20, or 20, you came into my community. When you said you were restarting, did you have employees still at that point, or did it go down to zero and then you again now rebuilt a 100-member team? How did that happen?
Siddharth, before joining your community, I mean, before 2019, I had
Yes.
massive offices. I had very big offices, a big strength of team.
Okay.
It was all, very lavish. But after 2019, when I had that setback, when I had that depth,
Yes.
to come out of it, you were the only person, focusing and saying that you don't require an office. And for me, I mean, one part of me was saying that this is not possible, but the other part of me was saying, no, I have to do it because I have to prove him right. He's saying something, then that values a lot. So just the belief in you, I started without any office. Today,
Okay.
Siddharth, I have an office, but I hardly go to offices. So I have
Okay.
stopped going to office.
Virtual
My
team.
Yeah, it is a virtual team. Because for me, we have to go on site. I mean,
Yes.
since I have big projects, I have to, cater to a lot of different sites. So I don't require any office. But this sensibleness came to me because of you. I mean, the enlightenment was just because of you. I can handle a big team. without an office. It is just smart work. That is what I can say.
How do you do that? And that'd be interesting for me also to learn. Like, how do you manage 100 people, and all of them are virtual? And of course, the only time they go out is the site visits and scoping of the project and stuff. Like, so what structure do you follow to keep 100 people together?
I mean, I have for every project, I have a different team. So a particular team is allocated for, a relevant project.
Yes.
So in a day, usually I complete 2 site visits. So whenever I go on any particular site, I meet those team members. We follow, I'm not technically very sound, but I'm good in Google, implementing some Google Sheets.
Sheets, fantastic.
Yeah, that's it.
Tracking.
So Google Sheet is what I track. I track them. And whenever I go on site, I meet them. I meet and I discuss things with them. But apart from that, everything, whatever is the documentation, whatever is the reporting, it happens on WhatsApp and on email. That is it. So earlier, whenever I had big offices, I used to call client, for material sourcing, material selection. I used to call them to my office. I used to, treat them lavishly by giving them good lunch, everything. So everything is like completely zero. Now,
Zoom, only Zoom.
Yeah.
And
no, I take my clients to my vendor. So now since I'm giving business to my vendor is treating us. He treats me along with my client. So again, this is the game shift because of you.
Wow. I mean, it's a paradigm shift, right? Like, because if you look at any typical interior designer, they want to make their office as like the showcase, and then, for everyone to come in, and of course, becomes they get bound. And I think now you're able to scale because of the fact that it's so fluid. You can always reach out to different teams, and you've allocated them, and you're tracking each of their performance separately. And how does it feel now on a personal note? Like, you have 2 kids, you're with them now, you're at home, or you're at the site, or visiting something. So tell us, how has things shifted on your personal front with the revenue coming in and having the freedom?
Siddharth, to be very frank, I feel very confident, very focused, and very energetic. I was, if it would have, I don't know, but I think because of you, I came out of it brilliantly. Otherwise, I would have definitely gone into depressions and, all the modern traumas which are there in the society. But nothing happened of that sort, because I have no words to describe, but it was only what you are learning was so massive and so impactful that I hardly had any time to think of anything. So I was just focusing on, learning, upgrading myself, upgrading my knowledge, upgrading my skills, and doing videos. So this was a completely game shift. And whatever you said, I believe that this is going to work for me. So the goal book, the writing of goals, listening to strangers' secret, all these things are so impactful. Whatever goal, I had started writing these goals in the month of April, as a part of hackathon. Before that, I definitely got to know that in videos, but I was not implementing it. I started implementing it from the hackathon time, because that was a 1 month phase which I had to give my 100%. I did that. And to be very frank, whatever goals I had written in 2020, 90% of the goals got fulfilled in 2021.
Nice.
Yeah. So, it is just, everything is possible. That is what I feel. And everything is possible. Yes. So I have nothing to say more about it.
Amazing, Bhakti. And how has the support been in ILH? Like, you keep dropping into calls. I know you're not implementing the course model or the coaching model, but you've been attending all the calls, right? And how has the support been with other members as you keep coming back?
Siddharth, April hackathon, I was not able to, be the freedom finisher because of the technical challenges and all. I was somehow not ready for that. So that was the, guilt in my mind that I had not given my 100%. So just to, do that, just to make that happen again, because I don't know, somehow I have that, if I don't get anything, I cannot concentrate. So I was feeling that I'm not following my mentor. I have to, reach the freedom finisher. So I joined hackathon. I joined hackathon again in the month of October. So October 2020 hackathon. So I think that was the time when you divided us into 4 to 5 groups.
Yes.
And before that, you had started the concept of Hive. So since I was a part of Avenger, Ravindra Pawar was the facilitator at that time. And when I was doing this hackathon, so suddenly, from out of a blue, I could, I got connected to Ravindra Pawar. He helped me tremendously, and because of him, I could achieve my, goal of being a freedom finisher.
Okay.
So I don't know, Siddharth, I mean, you just help us from each and every angle. I mean, I had never even thought that I'll be talking to Ravindra, and Ravindra came and he helped me out. I could be a freedom finisher. That was, I don't know. I was not even, I mean, that happiness is uncomparable. I have no words. But even when I used to, I was always a topper in my school and college. But I was never that happy when I got this freedom finisher award. And when calling my name and on Zoom, I talking to you, it was like amazing. So ILH community is like awesome. You just have to ask for something, and as like in Stranger's Secret, when you ask something, it gets opened out. That is how you have already, defined your system in such a manner that every corner we have help. We just have to call for it, and the help is ready.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Bhakti. Yeah, that's the code that we have set. And have you done anything like this for your community, your team? Have you done like code of honor, and are you doing some personal development for them, your 100-member team?
To be very frank, Siddharth, actually, my work is very stressful and very challenging.
Okay.
So I have not set a code of honor, but the only code of honor what we have is honesty and truth. I
Good.
tell my
Good.
team that I am going to be true to, I mean, whatever you say, I'll definitely follow it. But you have to be true to yourself. If you're true to yourself, definitely you're going to do a best job. And when you do your best, I am there to, give you the same, in the same context, or maybe more than that. That is the only code of honor what I have: honesty and truth. That's it. Apart from that, I am like I am really focused, and this focus is only because of you. Whatever you say, I try to implement that. I had even tried online coaching. I mean, 2020 I started, because I wanted to give that a try.
Yes.
So I did 4 webinars. This was in the month of 2020 August. I did 4 August. I started doing webinars. I could attract 24 students. That time the price, for my L1, I had just positioned it at 1,999. So I made a revenue of 48,000. I did Facebook ads for all the 4 weeks. The Facebook ad budget was 5,000 for a week, so 20,000 was my Facebook spend. But while I was doing that, out of these 24 students, there were around 11 students who were ready to go for high ticket program.
Yes.
And they were even ready to pay me 3 to 4 lakh rupees for a year for doing that. But that was the time when my dad got COVID. So I was completely, very much tensed for him, how to, get the things ahead, because my business already was going on.
Yes.
So I had kept online on a hold. I am thinking to start the online coaching again from the month of Jan. I'm coming again for April FBR. So I have kept that as a benchmark, that March I have to again crack the HOF for my online coaching. This is the benchmark what I've for me. I don't want to step on 2 stones, but this goes hand in hand. Since I have my team ready now, my team can take care of my offline business. I want to give 3 days of my week for online coaching.
Fantastic. And now that you've built the online, you've built your business, your core business, when you start teaching it now, you'll have more credibility, because you're not just teaching, you're also doing, both.
Yes.
So that way, even like Harvey from our community, she's into, fashion business.
Yeah.
And, she's running that fashion business and she's coaching. So it's a double benefit. And good thing that you've streamlined this part. So yeah, it's a good that you have actually focused the last 2 years on streamlining the core business. Now you can start teaching many other people in this space. So fantastic, good to know, Bhakti, and congratulations on clocking multiple crores in this business. And that's a great achievement, I have to tell you. In 2-3 years, your entire life transforming around because of implementing the principles. That's amazing. So all of you here, if you're inspired by this story in this interview, just share your love and wishes and comment below, and congratulate Bhakti on this massive shift that she's experienced. And if she can do it, you can do it too. Okay. And I just want to tell, if you're still not a part of our community, you can actually click on that link below. There's a link in the description. You can be a part of our community. And if you'd like to know more about what Bhakti does and her interior design part, there's a link to her website also on our YouTube channel. You can go and check it out. And yeah, my lights are going up and down, but that's okay. So Bhakti, what would you like to share? What's the one thing that you would like to share? I like to ask this at the end of all the Hall of Fame interviews. Like, what's the one success principle or the secret that you live by and you continue to live by for the rest of your life? What's your one thing? Let us know.
I believe 200% in my goddess. I believe 200% in you. That is the only roadmap to success. It is like, don't look right, don't look left. Just look ahead of you. Follow your mentor. Give your best. That's it. Following your mentor and self-learning are the two things which I feel that are the only essentials for a success.
Amazing, Bhakti. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, there is a power in divinity that many people take for granted or they don't tap into. You need both. You need effort and you need grace. Both.
Yes.
Effort from our side and grace from the super consciousness. Like you said, your goddess. Both are required. And yeah, and you're being that you're being that channel and the instrument for the higher energy to do your work, to do what you do best. So that's awesome, Bhakti. More power to you. And you're already in the Crore Club. So I'm going to be putting you in that group and waiting to felicitate you on stage in the next FBR. Thank you for being in the community and sticking around. And all of you Avengers, cheer up for your fellow member. She has added 5,000 points to all of you. And yeah, and before we close, Bhakti, anything you want to say about Diamond membership? There are many people who are not Diamond members. And what is your one or two things you want to tell about Diamond membership to people watching here?
Siddharth, for me, you are my IIT. I always had a dream to, be an IITian, but now I no more have that dream, and not even for anybody. I mean, if at all we have to be successful in business, we have to follow you. And silver, gold, diamond. These are the three steps what are very essential for any entrepreneur to be successful. Although you teach offline, I mean, although you teach online modules, but I have applied that. I have applied that in my offline business, and it is a completely game changer. So being a diamond member is actually a privilege because we get to learn so many things from you. I mean, it is like beyond our imagination, and you make it that simpler. You break it down so well that everything whatever you say is applicable. But that 1.5 to 2 hours of Monday mornings are truly amazing, and that gives a boost for the entire week to run the show. So being a diamond member is the best thing one can have. And if people just have to grab the opportunity. You're opening the door and it just need to be grabbed. Like I would even urge you, Siddharth, to open the doors of Quantum Club again. And so
Yes,
really
Bhakti,
amazing.
I really wish I can do that, but yeah, I'll warm up this 100 people and see until they get up to speed. But yeah, Diamond membership. Thank you so much for sharing. It's that's been a game changer for many, and I'm so glad it has been the same for you. And just waiting to see you take this to multiple crores, multiple tens of crores coming up in the next few years and impacting and inspiring so many people with your knowledge. So
It is
Bhakti,
possible
super proud
only
of
because
you.
of you.
No, I'll pass it to my mentors, and I'm so happy that that you've been able to apply that. So I want to congratulate you for being an implementer, because there are a lot of people who get the same knowledge. A lot of people have joined ILH community, but not everyone takes action, and you've been one of them. So pat on the back to you, and you should pat yourself on the back for that. Yeah, thank you so much,
Thank
Bhakti.
you
Wish
so
you all
much,
the
Siddharth.
best. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.